Buen Camino, everyone. Preamble to the video. I filmed an introduction. I said I was going to finally do the Seneca Lake State Park video. False. I only did the city half of it. Lakeshore or Lakefront Park, that's part of the city of Geneva. And I'm actually going to make the Seneca Lake State video another video. So, forever teased, but here's my original introduction. Buen Camino, everyone. As you can see, I'm here at Seneca Lake State Park. Time to finally shoot that video we've been talking about where I explore the park and show you guys the main area where I do a lot of my walking here in beautiful upstate New York. So it's about 54 degrees right now and it's 6:30 a.m. I got up early for this one. But 1 month from now, I'll be in France, so there's no time like the present. So as you enter the park, if you're coming from Geneva and you're not coming from the state park side but from the city park side, the first thing you're going to see here is this building, which is the Finger Lakes Welcome Center. And we have some of our wonderful Finger Lakes grapes planted out here, highlighting our winemaking skills in the region. I have no idea what this mountain sculpture is supposed to be. That was just installed last year. The Welcome Center is not open right now. The main part of the building has like local food and products from upstate New York, from the Finger Lakes region specifically. And that shiny sculpture right there is a really weird sculpture that is shaped like the lake itself, which is cool looking on a map, but just as a standalone statue it's just kind of weird. It's just like a long spiky thing. In the back of the Welcome Center there's this beautiful patio where you can dine out and enjoy a nice lakeside view. And there's also a playground for the kids. Actually, there's like 3 playgrounds here. And a beautiful, gigantic I Love New York right on the lake. Don't climb on the statue. So while this park has been here forever, a few years ago, this is actually where it ended. This bridge that I'm about to cross wasn't here, and if you wanted to go out to this pier, you'd like have to go around. There's another parking area, but they connected this bridge and they built all of these like little canopies that can give you some shade. So it connects the state park and then Lakefront Park, which is like the city part of it, to this area that's behind the hotel you see up ahead of me, which is the Lakefront Ramada, and also out to that pier there, which there's an ice cream stand there, and it's a pretty popular spot. People like to go on the pier and fish, or just get a good view of the lake, or get some ice cream in the summer. And in the wintertime they put a Christmas tree and Christmas lights out at the end of this little pier, so it's a pretty popular spot in Geneva. Also a lot of Pokemon there, so there's that too. And there's a lot of memorials here at the lakeside. This one is the Blue Star Memorial. There's a 9/11 memorial further down. And there's nice places to sit here. It's a beautiful bench flanked by flowers. This is where I'm gonna like meet Meg Ryan in my version of You've Got Mail. These are the canopies I'm talking about that they constructed. And they've got a whole bunch of Adirondack chairs out here where you can sit. And you can catch this view. Yeah, there's a lot to be said for living upstate New York. We're going to be blinded by the light of the sun here. I'm not sure the camera could ever catch how blue this water is at this time of the morning. So this beautiful but somewhat controversial building is the Ramada Lakeside, and it does take up quite a bit of real estate here on the lakefront. It does block some views, but for the hotel industry it's great because they've got all these views upstairs. Out here's an area where they have weddings and receptions and things. My friend Mark had his wedding here a few years ago. Getting close to the pier, some boats docked out here as well. Here there's a kind of cool little sign they put up with directions to all the various Switzerland, Texas, Switzerland, Ohio. I mean Geneva. Geneva, Ohio and Geneva, Switzerland. So Geneva, Switzerland is only 3,908 miles away. I don't know what that is in kilometers, but if I ever do the Geneva to Le Puy route, I'll know how far I am from home. This ice cream place is great because not only is it right on the lake and it has a bathroom you can use, they also have wine ice cream, but they're not open because it's 6 in the morning. All right, here we are on the pier and there's nobody here. Unfortunately, the way the sun is rising now, I'm like walking directly into the light, so I'm not sure how well my film is gonna come out. And if I was like a professional YouTube guy, this is like what I would speed up the video and like play some cool music clips, but man, maybe I'll learn all those editing skills when I come back from Spain. And this is the 9/11 memorial that was put out by the lake a few years ago, donated by the Fratto brothers, celebrating first responders and everyone that helped rescue lives at 9/11 and those that were lost. We used to see stuff like this all the time, but frankly now you've got like kids that are like 17, 18 years old that weren't even born when 9/11 happened, and we said you know, we'd never forget, like that memory would never fade, but definitely has. But I think people walk past this memorial all the time and don't even think about what it is. So here's playground number 2. I'm actually now at the west end of Lakefront Park in Geneva. So this is the Lakefront playground. We're about 1 or 1.2 kilometers from the visitor center now. I guess 0.2 including my little walk out to the pier there. But it's early morning, so I can film the playground without everybody thinking I'm weird. But it is a great place for parents to come and play with their kids, and like I said, there's multiple different playgrounds and options here, so it's really nice. This one is extra nice because then the kids can get ice cream and the parents can get a wine slushie if they want. I also really like these little mini libraries. You can get in here, take a book, leave a book. What do we got? Ira Says Goodbye by Bernard Weber. I don't know, looks like a classic. Check it out, kids. Anyways, I think these things are really awesome. So here we are at the end of Lakefront Park in Geneva. We have a couple options here. We can turn around and go back. We could sit on this bench and look at the lovely view of the lake. We can go down this graffiti-ridden tunnel under a bridge, or you can continue under this little covering here and go on this little nature trail. And then out there in the background, if you can see, there's like a boathouse that belongs to Hobart William Smith, and I'm gonna go out there, but not today. But I do want to take a video and show you what's out there, because you can follow the train tracks further south actually for quite a ways. But of course, you know me, I want to go through the graffiti-ridden underground tunnel. So actually this this tunnel underpass used to lead where you could either continue down by the train tracks or just go right to downtown Geneva. But now, I'm sorry, Nathan. What did you do that you have to be sorry for, Nathan? But now, unfortunately, they're like developing stuff here, which is like the scourge of everything. Why do they have to have development? So now where you used to be able to walk through, they have a gate. You can see the fencing coming up here. This is just wrong. They're just going to develop, like, I don't know, upscale apartments that people here can't afford. Oh yay, they're like colorful and boxy looking. But now you can't get through this way. This face is like super creepy. And there's a balloon. It's kind of weird, you're blinded by the light either way you are here. I'm really into like graffiti messages. I think they're really cool. Like, I heart all of you, don't die. Try not to. Miranda was here. That's not very creative, Miranda. Come up with something better. Biatch with a palm tree. That's kind of better. And we got Smoke Weed, Save the Planet, Love is Love, Cammy. I'm guessing you're a millennial, Cammy. But hey, somebody loves you. See, this one's really interesting. Meet the Goblin Gang, Thursdays and Sundays, 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. at the Rat Shack. Bring marshmallows. Goblins love marshmallows, I guess. Remember to take your meds. No. Okay, this one looks like it's in Japanese, so I have no idea. Little sun and moon is kind of cute, though. Also, Jesus loves you. There's the place where the sidewalk ends before the road begins. On this mysterious trail, which is at the end of the Lakefront Park on the west side, we'll have to wait for another video. Alright, here's one infograph of the park. You can see it saying you are here. That first parking lot is where I started. That black building is the visitor center. Then you can see we've got Lakeshore Park, Lakefront Drive, all the way down here. This is all the part that I've been to before. And then you can see it ends right there. That's that little trail where I showed you guys. And then you can see there's the railroad tracks going south. Someday I'm going to make a video showing that, which I also do. And then if you go north from here, you've got more park, more park, more park, until it gets over into Seneca Lake State Park. And then off the map. So here's another infograph. I may have shown this on this one of my videos before, but obviously you can see you are here. We went down there. This path is the one that's supposed to be this massive connective one. So here you can see Lakefront Park or Lakeshore Park. I keep calling it Lakefront Park. And then into the state park. And then that part that connects that I showed in my Seneca Canal Trail video, the marina. So that's about the distance we're going to walk today. And then this long section here is the Cayuga Seneca Canal Trail. Check out my video on that. And then there's the Waterloo Locks. Then this part that's dotted is not done yet, but that's supposed to connect Waterloo to Seneca Falls, and you can walk the whole thing. And then there is one section there that is complete. That's the Ludovico Sculpture Trail in Seneca Falls, and I'll probably make a video about that soon. And then it's supposed to be able to continue on to the lake, and then possibly even to Montezuma, future canal trail. But those parts aren't finished. The only parts that are finished are the Sculpture Trail in Seneca Falls, the Waterloo to Geneva section, and then the connection to the state park here. So there have been plans for this for years. They literally just completed the Seneca Cayuga Trail last year, so we'll see what's going to happen in the coming years to connect this all. I'd love it. Whole Finger Lakes Camino. One thing that's really beautiful here at the Lakefront Park is these gigantic willow trees. They're planted all along the drive here, and actually I think 5 and 20 used to be right here, right physically lakeside. These willow trees are like over 100 years old for sure. There's a plaque somewhere here that talks about the planting, and some of them lost in storms, but this one is just huge. You can see the light through the branches. It's just beautiful. You can also hear the train right behind me pulling in. Right across the street from the park, there's also railroad tracks. It's absolutely beautiful out here today, and here's like the nice main stretch of the trail. You're literally just walking feet from the lake. If you look, you can see a couple ducks in the water there. Just want to take a video right now because there's a lot of people starting to come out. It's a beautiful day. It's still in the 60s now. It's going to get up into the mid 80s, but it's really nice right now without humidity. So I just want to get a nice shot. If there's anything that can tell you like what it's like walking the lake here, it's this shot right here with just beautiful sunlight, shadows, benches, people going by, people walking dogs. I don't like to take video when there's somebody else in the frame and they might not like to be videoed, so got a minute here, I'll just take a beautiful shot. But man,
distance 3 kilometers.
Hey, I've walked 3K. This is what I live for out here on the lake, man. Just this blue is just like perfect. Maybe someday I'll go to Portugal and walk like the coastal route, or take the Norte and do the coastal route. As long as there's blue water, I'm kind of happy. Yeah, I said there was a plaque talking about those willows, and here they are. They date back to the 1890s, so they're about 130 years old now. And this path mark is the last one at the Lakeshore or Lakefront Park in Geneva. These rocks right here, this is the borderline. So right now I'm in the city park, and these rocks are the border, and beyond this, that's all Seneca Lake State Park. So that's it. That's the end of the Lakefront Park video, or Lakeshore Park video, the City of Geneva Park. Will I ever make an actual Seneca Lake State Park video? Not today. I'm done filming for today, except for I'm going to film a vlog today, because today is the 30-day mark. A month from right now, I will be in France. So I said I was going to make that 30-day video on the actual 30 days, and today's the day, and I'm walking the rest of the park. So when I get over to the marina side where I normally film my videos, which is like 5K from here, I'm going to film that. So that'll be the next video. Thanks for taking a walk with me today, guys. And someday I will make that Seneca Lake State Park video. I've got so much footage for it. I've got so many ideas, but it just hasn't come together yet. I got either side of it now, though. So we've got it surrounded. All right, buen camino, everybody.